Did all right. There we go. Hey, now there's Discord audio.
Hey, we go.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, I'm fixing Dagron's name. Hold on a second. Hold on. We'll fix you. There you go. Beautiful. Hey everybody, No Diggity One. I've been your tireless MC here for Ed-A-Thon. Again, thanks everybody. You've been absolutely lovely people. Again, to remind everybody, say it out loud, we have exceeded $1,000 in donations to Tiny Hope Village. This is a smashing success. This is fantastic. And so we're going to do a wonderful, wonderful little three-way race here between Dagron, Grimshins, and Cypherin. Again, it's this should be a lot of fun. You'll note too, I made a little edit to the logo up at the top. It says Chakan the Forever Race, because that's what we got today. So anyways, Dagron, Grimshins, Cypherin, again, feel free to say hello, and then we can get started here. I'll count you down, and we'll go from there.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Grimshins. You may remember me from various dolphin games and from getting my ass handed to me repeatedly by multiple people in Space War Arena.
I am dagron. dagronSR. The SR is supposed to stand for speedrunning, but I've sort of changed my name here and there, tweaked it a little bit. This is the first time you've seen me in this marathon, but you probably may have heard about me before. I was at the last Ed-A-Thon, which I think was roughly about a year.
January.
Yeah, January of last year.
Yep.
Yeah. It was pretty much the same exact runners as before. Unfortunately, we did have one other racer drop out, unfortunately, because it just couldn't quite match up. But it's okay. We will make do. Oh, and yes, I am running Shinobi 3 for SGDQ. Just had to plug that one in there. Thanks.
Yeah, just because.
Just because.
All right.
Go ahead.
And Cypherin.
Yeah, I'm Cypherin, lover of Chakan, promoter of Chakan. I do Chakanmas every year. I want more people involved in this game, and today I'm going to get owned by these two fine racers here. But it's all for the Chakan love, and hopefully I'll also be on Dagron's couch for that Shinobi run. Wink, wink, hint, hint.
You will. Do not worry. SegaCrew will find their way on the couch.
Awesome. But I hope you all are looking forward to this. And again, shout outs to Ed. This game is fantastic. And just as Diggity called out earlier today, we do want you to run this game or play it for us on a SegaCrew event coming, in the future.
Near future. Let's say the near future.
Mm-hmm. Near future.
Yeah. And especially since a lot's been found in it now, a lot of tech's been kind of ironed out. It's become a much more accessible game to learn, even though there are some things that take some getting used to. But we'll talk about that when the race is off.
Awesome. Well, you guys ready to start?
I think one more call out. I think
sure.
Unlike last year, you'll see a slight tweak to the game, a little surprise, brought to you in part by our own Bacon Omelet in the chat there, who says probably a cool guy brought that along. But yeah, you'll get to see a nice treat for everybody. So that's all.
Excellent. And Dagron, I understand you're running hard mode.
Yes. It's just I guess you could call it a handicap, but it's. I think
I'm running hard too, even though I'm going to get owned. But that's what I know.
Well, yeah. I'm running easy, which I will make look hard.
The game is hard. It is hard. It has a reputation for being difficult. The reason why I choose hard is just because, that's actually, I mean, with the category we're running here, which is basically all levels, it's the only record I still have in this game. So, kind of out of obligation to, and it's like, I might run into a few loopholes trying to get through this run if I play on hard. So it makes things a little more exciting in that regard.
All right, sounds great. Well, that being said, are we all good for the countdown?
Yep.
Yeah, are we all on the start game screen?
Yep.
All right.
All right, then we're good.
Okay, we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So, probably might have already noticed the little secret we've been keeping on hold here.
Yeah, Chakan's got some new duds.
Different flavors.
So,
Yeah, sound off what flavor you are.
I am Chakan, the Welch's Grape Man, apparently.
I don't know what word I'm supposed to be, but I'm pink.
Yeah, pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. Okay, yes.
And I am Chakan the Lemon Man. Again, shout outs to Bacon.
So this game is kind of open-ended. You can really go any direction you want to, but in the speed run, we do have a certain order that we like to do things at. And I like to go to a terrestrial fire first, and I'm pretty sure so is Grimshins.
Yep. Just finished TF1.
Perfect. You are right behind me.
Yep, so I pretty much go a route that I know just to survive. So yeah, not quite a speed run route on my end.
Hopefully I don't dull. Okay, whew, I made it. Yeah, so the second level of terrestrial fire is really scary. Like, you fail any of the IDJs on that section,
Yep.
you will die.
Like I just did.
Yep.
Hope this isn't going to be a repeat of last year for me. I didn't practice this trick at all because, I did it once last night and was like, okay, that's fine. So,
Okay, whew, made it. I took a hit there, and that
There
was a
we
little
go.
bit scary. Very nice. Yeah, it's nice to not get
all
hung
right.
too
Already
long.
doing better.
Yeah, that stage you can get hung up at for a long, long time. Terrestrial fire too. And it's very important that you don't take any too many hits on the third level, because of course if you do take too many hits, oh, this is interesting. I don't know what potions these are. They're all colored. Oh, this is gonna be
You're from left to right, it's I believe like it's red, green, blue, clear, I think. And yes, water is next. Water is after fire.
Okay, it was a good fight with the octopus. Yeah, so terrestrial water is not really too bad. A lot of this particular section of the game, for some reason, Windows Defender decided to show up on my screen.
Oh, score one for Microsoft, helping out me. Words that I never thought I'd say.
Yeah, so I should have probably specified. When we talk about the IDJs, we are talking about the infinite double jump. It's kind of a little bit of an exploit that we take advantage of in order to climb really high sections, and it's pretty technical. You're alternating between attack and jump when you do this particular move. And already I'm at the end of this second level of terrestrial water. So that was really nice.
Coming
And
up
now
on the end of Terrestrial Water 1.
Yeah. So I really hate this next level, Terrestrial Water 3.
Oh, what a good level.
Yeah, so a lot of these doors are traps, and sometimes you can even go through or take a wrong direction. Oh my goodness, okay, I fell down, but it's okay. We got back up. Thank bless the IDJ. Normally you would get sent back having to make a mistake like that. Oh, okay. That might be bad. We'll see, though. Okay. Well, we got sent back. I really hate this level because of that. Sometimes it really likes to bug out when it does that.
Oh, wait, that wasn't... Got a little ahead of myself.
Alright, well, this is your chance to
There we
catch up, Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah, this... So sometimes these doors, they like to bug out, and this especially happens when I mess up this section here. Wait for it. Okay, there we go.
Dude, I'm digging this purple palette.
Alright, so here's the boss. And we're done. Yeah, I wish I could
recognize
have...
the sound of that stun lock.
I wish I could have explained that level better, but it's just awful. Like, it's hard for me to really explain how awful that stage is. And now we're on to Terrestrial Air, which is another really technical section of the game. The thing with the early game is there's a lot of IDJs that get used in it. So you can... And the timing is very, very odd in it. And trying to keep that IDJ going. Alright, so we got rid of that guy. And now we have the hammer. Now I'm about to do the hardest, one of the hardest IDJs in the game. Which is
it's rough.
Too. Yeah, if you miss this one, it's about a 12-second time loss. Let's see if we get it first try.
All right, water down.
Oops, okay, we missed that one, but that's no big deal. Gonna get ourselves some fire. Want to bait this guy over here because if you try to fight him over on the right side there, more enemies will spawn. That actually lags this section of the game pretty hard. And just like that, we're done with the mini-boss. So we have a specific order of how we do the speedrun of this. And I'll try to explain it after I'm done with this boss fight here. This is a very, very easy place for me to die. This fight here is really bad.
All right, time for the hell jump.
Yeah, I'm trying it right now, and it's not going.
Tell me that's... Okay, good. So, we managed to survive the Dragonfly King. That's really, really big. I was one hit away from death, but I knew
Oh
that
my
the
god,
last...
first try, God Gamer.
Very nice.
Woo, nice. Nicely done. Yeah, that particular IDJ section is really hard. Alright, so Terrestrial Earth. Some things have changed in the route since. And that's one of them right there. So I actually was using a little bit of a pocket there with the grapple hook that we got in Terrestrial Water. And that saves us from having to use a high jump in that section. We're going to take advantage of that later on in the run. So you need to actually break open that thing. And once you break it open, I think the hitbox disappears, but I'm not entirely sure. Alright, that was really nice. That's not very easy to do. Changing directions on your movement while you're doing an IDJ is very much harder than it looks. And here's the mini boss in Earth.
All right, air down.
Very nice. Very nice. So you can get a good stun lock on that enemy. And now we're on to the last section of Earth.
So are you using the grappling hook strats, the new strats in Earth 1?
Yep. Yep, that's what I use now in order to. Oops.
I can't believe I got it first try. I am not good at that.
I'm still doing it. I'm stuck.
We used to
Yes.
use a high jump potion in order to get through there, but in the name of more efficient routing, we used the grappling hook and switched to the scythe in midair.
And that is all the terrestrial planes done. Now I'm gonna move on
He
to
is not world record in holder for nothing in this game.
Yeah.
yeah. So now we move on to the elemental planes, and this we're gonna start with the most technical one of the entire lot, which is air. This is probably the hardest IDJ here. And okay, all right. So we're gonna have to go to the backup here.
Yeah, that's very tough to get, and you have a limited amount of tries.
Unfortunately, I took a hit, so I have to now resort to the backup, which is using the mount here. So very unfortunate that I couldn't get that properly, but it is what it is. We're just going to have to...
Oh no,
Take-
I'm gonna have to replay Earth 2.
Oh, no.
Yep, took an extra hit on the boss, and I'm gonna be down some potions. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm
I'll
on
just
to
use the
Air
backup
2.
for him.
Air 2 has a lot of IDJs, and there's a lot of lag here, so timing these IDJs are very, very important. Very, very tough to do. Okay, at least we got out of the laggy sections. That's big. Oh, getting control a bit here. Time. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. All right, we're out of there. A little bit messy, but the big thing is I didn't die on that stage. And now we're gonna try to be a little MLG and do the strats. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do them here because I chose not to do the roll strats at the beginning. There's no point in doing it. Doing the IDJ strat all the way to the top. So I'm just gonna use the spire here.
Alright, I'm moving on to Terrestrial Earth 3.
Nice. Please let me up. Oh my god. So much lag. That book went a long ways away, so I wasn't really prepared for that. Alright, and now we're at the boss, which we're just going to try to abuse the roll attack or the rolling maneuver a little bit in order to push the boss forward and to get that nice little hit on him. An enemy's probably going to respawn here pretty shortly, but it's okay. Alright, one more hit. And he's dead. Very nice. Alright, so now we're going to move on to water, and there's been a new strat here. This is one of the recent big tech changes in the run, and it comes with the boss that waits for us at the end.
Alright, time for air.
Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Whew. I kind of messed up this stage, but that's okay. This stage is very, very straightforward. In fact, the way I used to do it was much riskier. Kind of messed up a bit at the beginning, so my positioning was very off there, but it's okay. And now we're going to be going on to the very slow part, which is the auto-scroller part. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Missed my chance to go super fast on Air 1, but that's okay. Can just
Oh,
do the old route.
Hey, that is. Well, I've taken my first death on probably the least likely stage possible.
Oh man, really?
Yeah. It was water too. Right at the very beginning of the auto-scroller. But it's okay. We'll try again. Thankfully, it was right at the very beginning. I don't know what happened, but the enemy did not die when he was supposed to die. I might not make this jump. I did not make this jump. So I have now died a second time. Ooh, okay. Did not expect this to be a problem stage. We're gonna try again though. I am gonna keep going for it.
Okay, at least I got Cool Man strats on
Alright, we
Air
got it.
2.
We got it this time. My mistake was to not double jumping. Wow, get off that platform, please. Yeah, this game's kind of got a little bit of a problem with trying to alternate between platforms that you're riding on.
We've got some things to say about the platform collision detection.
Yeah, like it tries to alternate you between these moving platforms, and it's got some problems when it tries to do that. Obviously, in this stage, it's not really a big deal, but there's another stage where that's a big problem. And like, when I say a big problem, I mean a really big problem. Well, we'll get to that when we get there. That's actually going to be the next plane that I'm going to be going to. Okay, so we're at the end here. And just jump. And there we go. Okay, well, 2 deaths on that stage was not ideal. But we'll settle. And now we're going to actually see the new tech in this world. First, we got some more IDJs here. Perfect. Oh, okay. Okay. Please get up there. Thank you.
Alright, I am notoriously bad at the elemental air boss, so this could be exciting.
Alright, so we got the flame swords out, and now comes the new tech. So the thing is that we had someone who played this game casually found out that by being on certain sides of this boss causes this boss's attacks to come out sooner, as well as have him disappear into the ground sooner. And this progressively saves time every time we do it. I think it's a total of like 6 or 7 seconds.
Alright.
So you're gonna find me just alternating from one side to the other, and that's just to get him to bury underground sooner, as well as get the attacks out sooner. And that was the tech that was found on this boss fight. So we're gonna be doing that one last time. And then once we do this one last time and kill the boss, we're gonna be moving on to elemental fire.
This is where Dagron and I, our routes change a little bit. They diverge because I'm doing elemental fire right now. I like to do fire before water, just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, typically speaking, most runners make that decision because water's a very, very lax sort of area to tackle, comparatively speaking. Fire is a much bigger run killer, and I'm expecting to mess something up here.
I messed up the ceiling swing in EF1.
Oh, did you fall into the lava?
I did,
Oh, God.
because my swing positioning was poor. But even so, that was a discovery Waxhouse made when he was routing this game. You can swing from the ceiling in the final bit of Elemental Fire 1, which is pretty fantastic, because otherwise that platforming segment is tricky.
Oh, yeah. Elemental Fire 1, I think Cypherin also will agree with this. That stage is even worse for the collision of these platforms.
Definitely agree.
Being able to skip all that is very, very
game
big.
changing.
Is game changing, yeah.
See, I had previously discovered we could swing on the ceiling in a section of Elemental Fire 3, but the ceiling that you can swing from in Elemental Fire 1 looks nothing like the bit in 3, so we were all pretty surprised to figure out that it worked.
All right, so I gotta take my headphones off. I'm coming up to Elemental Fire 3. This is probably
Hey,
the
yep.
worst stage in the game.
Well, that ate up all my health. Oops. Well,
So I'll try the high jump strats, but I'm fully expecting to die. Okay. Yep. Whenever I try to use the high jump potion, I get screwed in the second set of platforms. But that's okay, because I budgeted for that.
All right, we did it.
Nice. I've already died twice on EF3.
Yeah, that stage is so brutal. Yeah, so I mean, it's made easier with the high jump, which was a route change. That's where we use the high jump now. We used to have to sit through a bunch of laggy spots initially, and then I found some way to be able to get through it without needing the high jump boots, but then it was just easier to do the high jump strats, so we just injected that into the run instead. And it was less laggy, so there were so many benefits to just using high jump.
I find that the high jump makes the first bit of platforms basically free, but the second half makes it more difficult, at least for me.
Yeah. I actually agree with that. There's some jumps that are deceivingly difficult. Oh, I missed this! No!
Oh my god, I fell into the lava right before the boss.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately, I got grabbed by the bug in the end.
Oh no.
But that's not nearly as bad, because I can actually just go back and try again. Alright, we made it this time. Yeah, there's a nice little spot there where if you roll, you can just kind of roll right through his claw. And that was another thing found by Waxhouse and A-Frame. Shoutouts to both of those guys. They've actually kind of broke open this game a little bit with their own set of discoveries and tech.
Oh man, and right now you are seeing why I like to put elemental fire in the rear view mirror, because
This bug is
it is bullying me right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, the bug has been the big killer for me. Oops.
Right now, Dagron is ahead. Radman.
I'm actually about to finish the run. This boss here at the end is really no big deal. You hold this position, and he'll die. Like, there's just nothing he can really do, because once he takes any amount of hits, he's gonna retreat into the wall there, and there's really nothing he can do when that happens. And just like that, all the planes are done now, so there's just the final boss to do. Yep, so we're gonna have a bit of credits here. It's not time yet. Like, there's one last boss after these credits are over, because there has to be a little bit of a something to sort of give you the flip ending that it's your fight's
Dude,
not
I am
over.
cursed. Elemental Fire 3 is being my terrestrial fire 2 this year.
Oh no.
Yeah, second time I rolled straight into the lava before the boss.
Dang.
That's Chakan.
That's Chakan. Yeah,
We did call it in
play
chat, by
with
the
your-
way. We saw Ed's credit, so shout out to Ed.
Woo! Shoutouts to Ed. Not all evil has been destroyed. Alright, so there's been new tech found on this fight. The latest thing I found. See if we can do it. Okay, we already messed up. Okay, that'll work. So time is coming up here for me, and that's time.
Okay, I remembered how to count that time.
Really nice. Really nice. So, yeah, sorry, I forgot to point out Ed being credited there at the end credits. So yeah, if you sit on this hourglass for about 15 minutes, the message not the end will.
All right, finally through the hell that is elemental fire, onto water.
And I think you will get to see that message just because of where Grim and I are, well, especially with me. But we'll probably by that point be ready to transition when Grim finishes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Grim's
It's a very nice off-center hourglass, guys.
It is certainly a very nice off-center hourglass. Yeah, we don't really. I mean, we've had our theories on why that's the case. Like,
I'm
why it's
almost
off-center.
positive that the artwork was meant for the 32 column modes in the Genesis, but it's being displayed in 40 column mode. So it's offset, probably 4 columns to the left of where it should be.
So I need to just apply a filter for when we complete the races.
Yeah, Hey, I mean, if we can apply the filter to D&D, then why not?
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, so it's a little unfortunate that Wax House couldn't really show up. I know that I mean, despite the fact Grim is on a very, very good run, comparatively speaking to what he had probably expected.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
That is one way of putting it. Wax House is kind of my rival in this game, and unfortunately, he could not make it today. The only way he probably could have been able to is if we had an earlier start with this race, which would have posed a little bit of a problem for me because I left practicing this game almost to the last second. Like, I actually was really worried about Elemental Fire 3 because I was struggling with it in practice. And that's like one of the key big stages that you cannot mess up because that takes up a lot of resources to do that level.
Oh, yeah.
And Grim got to show you exactly what happens when that stage does not go as planned.
Oh, yes. If I can't be a good example, at least I can be a terrible warning.
Yeah. So Grim here is on elemental water, and I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, you probably don't know about the boss.
Yeah, that is a little newer. That was a development from.
So I'll explain again this boss fight. The thing that was found is that there was a casual playthrough done by a guy named Burst Error. He's another runner of the game, or not this game, but he's another speedrunner. But he decided to do a casual playthrough of Chakan. He never did manage to beat the final boss, because the final boss is kind of evil in that if you don't beat the final boss, you can't actually You can't like it's actually automatically a game over. It's kind of like what's a good example? I guess a good example would be not completing the final stage of Back to the Future properly. And I don't know if you've played Back to the Future on the NES, but there is the DeLorean stage. If you don't actually get the 88 miles per hour or whatever to get the power to get back to the present time, it's actually just an automatic game over for the entire game. And that's kind of how the final boss in this game plays out. If you don't actually beat him and you die to the final boss, it will still end the game anyways. You just get a different ending. But that unfortunately does not count as a completed run. And Waxhouse and I kind of had that discussion some time ago on whether or not that would be allowed.
All right. Time for Elemental Earth, Last World.
All right. Yeah, so Elemental Earth is a little more it is a little more lax. I did already kind of explain some of the stuff that goes on in that whole section. We used to have like we used to potion route a little more differently. Well, okay, so the thing is, potion routing has very much changed a lot. Wow, what was going on with that enemy? It just sort of popped out of the ceiling there.
I'm definitely still using a couple of routes ago, potion-wise, because I want to be extra safe.
Yeah, not a bad plan. And, like, that's kind of been how we've managed to... That's how we've managed to actually get the time down. It's just by continuously potion routing everything differently and just finding out where we can actually skip potions, what actually is necessary to do for potions.
Oh yeah, it's potion routes probably changed like what 10 times in the past year. Oh no. Okay, speed hack. Yes. Oh my god, I managed to continue it for a while. That's a interesting bug there. You can preserve your momentum after getting hit by
Yeah, unfortunately Cypherin was
I was right there.
You were right there at the end, yeah. Oh, nice, and Grim actually does go for that skip. That's really good. So yeah, like I said, if you roll at just the right spot, you can skip that guy from grabbing you. It's a pretty tight window though, so you do have to be careful.
Yeah, it can't be more than a couple of frames.
All right, so Grim's on the last level of the of Earth. Wow, you actually skipped him too.
Yep.
Usually I expect to... Oh, okay. You did it again. Nice. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, you can tell I do some of these stages a bit differently, but yeah, sometimes it's like starting off, having more potions than you actually need is actually a good thing to do starting off, just because you don't want to take the risk of, well, going all in on the whole gosh, where was I going to go with that statement?
I mean, if you can go 5 seconds out of your way to collect some extra potions in order to avoid like losing a minute to a death or something like that, then yeah. It's a pretty easy equation.
Mm-hmm.
So Grim is going through the credits now, which means he's now on to the final boss. And, oh, did we miss Ed? Oh, shit, I think we missed Ed in the credits.
It's okay. We'll call him out when Cypherin gets there.
Oh, you mean when you get there?
That's what I wasn't sure if we were actually going to wait for Cypherin to finish.
No, nope.
That's okay. Somebody called it out when I got there. I think I may have actually slowed down.
Oh, you're saying we skipped it when Grim got to the
Yep.
credits? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I think they showed it when you were up, so that's good.
Yeah. All right, so here's the final boss.
Oh, sick fight. Oh my god. All right. I'm happy with that. That was
That
so
was a good
much
fight.
less stressful than last year.
And that's GG for Grim.
GG.
Just under 35 minutes.
Okay, you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. I actually remember, like kind of starting off I think before I picked this game up, this all levels category, I think it was something along the lines. Oh, well, there wasn't an all levels hard difficulty run that was ever done with this game yet, besides the one that Cypherin did. But there was a different runner who did the easy difficulty, and the route was very different. I think it was still just like a minute or something over the 30-minute mark. Like a lot has changed with the all levels category, and of course a lot has changed with the any percent category as well.
Yeah, definitely. If you're interested in the any percent category, check out Waxhouse's runs of it, because he did a lot of work in terms of routing for any percent, and it is super quick. There's a cool little technique in any percent where you get to skip the terrestrial plane get straight to the elemental plane by using a gate spell in the hub overworld at a specific location. It's the only type of magic that you can use in the hub world, and it'll take you to the second half of the game with all of your two-handed weapons. So pretty cool little skip. Definitely developer intended. That's actually how you can beat the game on practice mode, because practice mode, it's same damage as easy difficulty, but you have unlimited potions. You have a full stock of all potions at all times, so you can do any spell when you want. But normally, after you finish the terrestrial plane, that's it. It says, try a harder difficulty. But if you use the gate to skip to the elemental plane, then you can actually beat the game on practice difficulty.
I got hunted down just as I was at the end of this level.
Oh no.
Oh no. I guess should we just wait until you're done with terrestrial air and then we pull the plug, or what's the?
Yeah, what's the estimate time for this? I don't remember.
The estimate for the race was 50 minutes, so we still got
but we were running about 20 minutes behind.
Okay.
All right, then pull it if we need to.
All right. Well, I mean, up next we've got Cypherin. Some streamer named Cypherin, Vector Man.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay.
So, being that you're the next runner, it's up to you.
So, that being said, I can throw us to a be right back screen so you can reset for that run.
Yep.
And let me go ahead and do that. But before we jump out, want to say again, thank you so much, Cypherin, Dagron, Grimshins. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You guys did an awesome job showing off Chakan and its many flavors.
We hope Ed likes the new outfit design. I know he wanted to know how to get that red one, like from last time we did this. So,
yep, definitely.
We're gonna end up with 31 flavors by the end of it. And
Yeah.
I just want to say that this has been a fantastic event. I mean, already we've raised not only more money in 12 hours than we did in 2 days last year, but like a substantial amount more. So that is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated. It's going to a fantastic cause, and yeah, exciting stuff.
Mhm.
Excellent.
I don't
All
really
right,
have anything to add myself.
I should say, Cypherin, you'll be back on Dagron. You have any final thoughts, final words that you'd like to say before we switch over?
I don't. I feel like Grim basically covered everything. If you do want to know more about Chakan or ever wanting to pick it up, hit me up. I can teach you whatever I can. I mean, for the longest time I've held I think every world record in this game, and then Wax House came along and showed everyone some new stuff in any percent, and took both of those records. Put a lot of work into it too, so he's earned it. But if you ever want to learn how to do the IDJ and know what the proper timing is, hit me up. I mean, I do have videos out there trying to teach people the IDJ, but sometimes reflexes are a little bit different depending on each individual. So,
Right.
And if you want to learn how to play it casually, you can hit me
Not
up.
the end.
oh, we got to see the message, not the end.
That's right.
So
Awesome.
I guess
Again,
that's my last words. It's not the end. Not the end of this marathon, guys. So stick around.
Appreciate it. And again, this is why we love the SegaCrew so much, is because all the runners are so willing to take time and teach anybody who wants to learn. So it's a great thing. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and switch to our Be Right Back screen. Thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it. And we are fading.